And finally, on this day a century ago, engineer John Logie Baird demonstrated the first proper TV set in Soho. Now, few people were there at his lab on Frith Street to see the moving images, but it was history in the making and the start of London beaming to the world. Here's Graham Stothard on TV, turning 100.
Harder, harder. There we go, round of applause.
Who better to open an exhibition on television history than television royalty? Actors, newsreaders and comedians were in Soho earlier to mark 100 years to the day since the first formal demonstration of a functional TV.
I think as somebody who's worked in television for now 60 years, I have to say a huge thank you to Mr. Logie Baird for providing me with a profession.
He didn't do it alone. He was helped by a team of engineers and a ventriloquist dummy called Stooky Bill, who provided a focal point for this early technology.
This spinning disc would focus a light on the subject, and then effectively what you're doing is you're sensing the intensity of that light spot and turning that into an electrical signal that then was transferred onto a radio wave and transmitted across then to a display unit or a televisor.
It was in this building he first showcased to a small audience how his system could transmit and receive images. But it was 10 years later where a television service, as we now know it, really started, with a transmission made from the tower here at Alexandra Palace in 1936, filmed live within its Victorian walls. It's quite empty now, but decades ago this would have been full of camera equipment, busy people, television people.
Yeah, the engineers would have been wearing white lab coats and it would have been very hot and very busy.
Kirsten helped preserve the history here.
This is the Baird studio, Studio B, where in 1936 the competition for television began, and all of the Baird equipment was installed here and in the room that we've just come from.
The development of TV has seen some of the world's most important moments captured, but to this day the UK's most viewed broadcast remains the 1966 World Cup final.
First goes forward, he might make it three. He has!
Just a few years later, man's first steps on the moon were immortalised, and decades after that, millions across the world watched Prince Charles crowned king. In Soho to help celebrate his grandfather's part in making this possible was Ian Logie Baird.
It's a bit like traveling through time, because you're coming back to this place where television had a major breakthrough. The significance of that event is now echoing in today's timeline.
Broadcast history first made, now remembered in the heart of London. Graham Stothard, ITV News.
It's fascinating, isn't it?